I keep, like, honestly, I'm such a weird person when it comes to manifesting that I fall asleep pretending the confetti is coming down on me and that I'm holding that mirror ball because I just want that so bad.
Kaitlyn, you are killing it on Dancing with the Stars this season. I feel like every week you are at the top of the leaderboard and just keep on climbing. How are you feeling going into week 6 already?
Is it bad that I should not be so negative? Because in my head, I'm like, God, I got to drop at some point. Like the fall is coming. So it's so fun every week. I just have so much fun out there. And going into week 6, I'm not going to lie, my whole body feels like it's shutting down. I am so exhausted. I am so sore in every part of my body. And I still am trying to keep up with everything else that I'm doing. So I'm just kind of like on autopilot right now.
Now, you just said your body is so sore. Have you felt like a transformation? Do you feel stronger? Do you feel something?
I feel like my body right now just feels like a rock. Like every muscle is just so tight. And like Jason will go to give me a massage and just be like, oh my God, your whole body is just like one giant muscle right now. That's what it feels like. Definitely feeling stronger because you're just constantly holding different positions and dancing for 4 or 5 hours a day. But I mean, top of that list, sore.
I can't imagine. What is the hardest thing about competing? I know you just said you're sore, but is there anything else, like emotionally? I feel like it would just be kind of hard.
I think it is hard. I think I'm so happy to be here and want this so bad that I get emotionally invested in each week and what that week means. And like people are laughing at me because I actually am enjoying being sore because to me that's part of the process and part of being here. So the choreography, I swear, is getting harder or my brain is just shutting down. I'm not sure which one.
Because this has been a long time coming for you. You've wanted to be on the show since you were the Bachelorette.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's funny because I wanted to be on the show before even I ever thought I could be on the Bachelorette. I've just always loved this show because of dancing. But yeah, it does feel like that much sweeter because I've been waiting for this opportunity.
I love it. And how is Artem as your dancing pro? It seems like he's super supportive and he always has your back.
Yeah, I feel like he's very much like, he's nicer than I thought he would be because I've heard like those instructors, like they crack the whip and they are motivated and they want you to do the best and they're strict in the dance studio. And he is, like, don't get me wrong, he can crack that whip sometimes, but if he ever sees that I'm frustrated or that I'm getting upset, he'll be like, you know what, it doesn't matter. Like, you're here, you're loving what you're doing, we're having fun. And every time before we go out there, he's not like, okay, remember your shoulder down on this part and look on this part and the whip on this part. He's like, have fun. Just enjoy being out there and enjoy every minute. He's really supportive in that way.
And he's also a very busy guy right now. He's a new dad. How is he juggling all of that?
I honestly don't know. I know that Nikki has been such an incredible support system for him because she lets him sleep through the night because this is from his mouth and what she says, that she's like, well, I'm breastfeeding in the night. Like, what are you going to do? Stand there and watch me? You get rest because you need that to be able to function for your work. And then when he's not at the dance studio, he's fully hands-on helping her with whatever she needs. So they've got a really good system, but I will say he's tired a lot. I think I'm tired and I can't complain when I go into that studio because he's tired.
Because he goes home and then there's a newborn baby.
Yes. Yeah. No time off for him. I get to come home and have a nap.
Exactly. But has that given you a little baby fever? You're like, look at the cute little Mateo. He's so cute.
My baby fever has been insane for years. Like, I love babies so much. Jason and I always joke because I'm like, I love newborn babies. I love the baby, the toddler phase. And Jason's like, oh, I can't wait till they're teenagers and I can, like, help with school and all of that thing. So yeah, every time, I mean, Artem walks in that dance studio with a new picture of Mateo and he's literally the cutest baby I've ever seen. And I definitely get baby fever.
I love it. Because you did recently say on your Off the Vine podcast that you ran into a psychic and then she said she predicted that you were going to have 2 babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe her.
Now, what did Jason say about all of that?
Well, he said he wanted 3. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, well, I've had so many friends go times and not even be able to. I know that so many women struggle. I'm like, honestly, I will just feel blessed if I'm able to get pregnant, and that's if I even have just one, I'll be happy.
Do you guys see that in the near future? I know you're busy with Dancing with the Stars, but
Yeah, I don't know if there's ever like a time where people are like, okay, I've got it all together. I've got all the time in the world. Let's have babies. I don't think anyone ever feels like the time is like, timing's always perfect. So I just know in the next couple of years, I would want to start a family.
Oh, I love it. Because you and Jason do seem solid. Coming from like a fan of Bachelor Nation, I'm like, you guys, this is the real deal.
Yeah, we've got a good thing going on.
I love it. Well, we do need to talk all things Bachelorette because last night I am so confused after watching that episode.
I don't know. I felt like it was a little underwhelming because, the promo showed us so much craziness, and I feel like it was like your typical night one where I was like, wait, there was not really anything too crazy that happened, but next week looks like it might get crazy.
But the super tease is what I'm like, wait,
right.
What?
I know, and I keep thinking, like, is the joke on us? Do we think we know what happens and we don't? I don't know.
So that's what I was going to ask you. I kind of feel like we all think we have this whole season to a T. We know what's going to happen, but it doesn't seem like that's the case anymore. Do you know anything we don't?
I wish I did. I think, people have got to be obviously smart being on that show because they're under a contract, so they can't tell us anything, even though I talked to Claire. She's in our Bachelorette group chat. I think we kind of don't push any boundaries because we don't want her to break her contract. And she's just like, she seems so happy though, like so positive and happy. So I have no idea how it's going to play out, but I really genuinely hope it is a shock and that we had no idea what was coming, because that would make it a lot more fun. I found it hard on the first episode though, because you have in your head that she's already picked her guy and we think she's, with him. So it's hard to root for any of the other guys or feel connected to them. We didn't get a hometown package. We think that she only ends up with Dale. So it's hard to invest yourself into some of these guys.
No, I will say this morning, I'm like, who are the guys? Like, all I can remember is Dale.
Yeah, same.
All I can remember is Dale. But you said you talked to her and she seems happy.
Really happy, yeah.
Do you think she's engaged or in love?
I think so. She hasn't said anything, but just from the show's format or certain things that happen, they show her in a bed with Dale. It looks like maybe we get a fantasy suite. I don't know if that's earlier or what, but I do think she's definitely in love with somebody.
How do you think, if the rumors are true, how do you think Tayshia will do?
Oh, Tayshia, I wanted Tayshia to be the Bachelorette a couple of years ago. I think she would be a really great lead. She's well-spoken. She's beautiful inside and out. I just feel like she's a great choice if that's the way it goes.
Yeah, I totally agree. Now, for you, I know you've mentioned in the past that sometimes watching the franchise gives you a little PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still experience that today, or?
I actually don't. I feel like maybe even last year, I don't know, I started feeling like grateful and really happy, and I can't believe I ever was so negative towards the show because of everything that I have been able to do from it. It was a really emotionally challenging season for myself. I think for all the leads and people who are on that show can understand that. And it does take a couple of years to really heal mentally from everything you've gone through. But I feel like I'm in a place now where I can look back on that experience and just have nothing but gratitude, and so thankful for where I'm at today, especially now.
Yeah, I was going to say, now you have Dancing with the Stars. And do you think also Jason has something to do with that, I would imagine?
Oh, for sure. And he's such a positive person and always can look at the glass half full and have a different perspective. And that's been really helpful for me as well.
Last but not least, I do want to talk about your podcast real quick. We talked briefly about the psychic, but you always have fun things going on that podcast. What can fans expect from the upcoming episodes?
Oh, it is so fun. I feel like when I started this, I wanted it to just be like a 45-minute escape for people to laugh with me or at me, whatever, and just a fun, casual conversation between me and whoever the guest was. And because my podcast was called Off the Vine, I was always drinking wine and having the chats with my guests. And then I thought, well, I should really start my own wine label. So now to be able to drink my own wine, it's called Spade and Sparrows, and chat with guests, I think people can just expect it exactly like I said, laugh for 45 minutes. Sometimes you cry. Sometimes we get deep with certain topics. It's empowering. It's just supposed to be a really feel good 45 minutes. And it's very entertaining. Sometimes Jason will just shake his head at me sometimes because I say such inappropriate things.